Hey everyone, my name is Anna Ortiz-Aragon and I'm here actually for episode 81. I cannot believe it. And I have kind of an old friend here, Edgar Everett. I was just trying to remember when we met, but it was like 4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
it's been 4 or 5 years. It's been a few years. Yeah.
Yes. And we met, and it was funny because your daughter reached out to
hmm
me to
hmm
have you on the podcast, and I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, she's like my little manager.
Yeah, she's organized and like timely and like
Way more organized than I am.
oh my
Way more.
goodness, what
Yeah.
a blessing. And she was like, he's all about empowering the Black community and health and wellness. And I was like, yes, say less. Like, that's not even a problem. So, yeah, thanks for being here.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Okay, so will you introduce yourself,
Sure.
Dr.
Mhm.
Edgar Everett
Yeah, I'm Dr. Edgar Everett III.
the third?
Yeah, I'm a chiropractor. I've been practicing since 2004, so however many years that is, 21 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, here in St. Louis. Our practices, we have a couple practices, one in Overland and one in the Central West End.
Hmm.
Things have been great. Chiropractic has been great. It's been incredible to be able to serve the community at what I feel like is at a high level.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm. Okay, so talking about the journey, you've been here for 21 years.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it clicked for you that chiropractic was super important, not just for yourself, but for others?
Yeah, right off, there's 2 points.
Okay.
Right. So for myself, I met a chiropractor when I was in high school,
Mm.
and I didn't know what chiropractic was. I didn't know how it worked. I had no clue, no idea. And he was, as I was walking into the building, he was loading up his SUV, and we ended up chatting, and he was telling me he was a chiropractor, telling me what he did, and I was like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "I'm traveling." I said, "Oh, okay, where are you going?" He said, "I'm going to China for 30 days." And in that moment, right then, I was like, "Whatever it is you do for a living, that's what I want to do." So initially, it had nothing to do with chiropractic at all.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see the world, and it just so happened that it was in alignment with me. Once I started to investigate and read about it and get a better understanding of it, I realized that this was for me. So meeting him at that point was divine.
Beautiful. In high school,
Yeah, high school.
did any of your friends like know about chiropractors, or it was just
No, nobody.
wow?
I had never heard of it before.
Mm-hmm.
So after I met him, I went to school that next week and went to the library because before the internet, you used to have to go to the library
Yeah.
and look up in the big book of occupations.
Wow.
And so I looked up the description and
Uh-huh.
read about it. And said it made pretty good money. So I was like, yeah, this sounds good. And when I got to college, I was dead set. And when I got to college, I ended up doing some work with the chiropractor, like marketing. He just had me kind of out doing some stuff for him.
Okay.
And I got to spend time in his practice. And it was the first time I'd ever been in a doctor's office. And it seemed like people were happy to be there. Right?
Yeah.
That was the first thing I noticed. I was like, people like being at the doctor. I had never seen that before and never even thought of it as an idea, right? Because going to the doctor it's kind of a miserable experience.
Yeah.
Right? Scary experience, all of that. And that's not what I was seeing in his practice. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what I want to do.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, do you remember like your first adjustment
Mhm.
when they went hands-on?
When I did my first adjustment.
When they did you, like
Oh,
your
I
first
do.
time?
I do remember it was in his practice.
Okay.
And he was like, have you ever been adjusted before? And I was like, nah, I don't even really know what it is.
Yeah.
And he laid me down on the table. And he had this big, kind of beautiful practice, big open area. And so it was him, two of his assistants, and his wife was the office manager at the time. So she ran the office. So all of them are standing there when I get my first adjustment.
Yeah.
And he adjusts me, and like my whole back like exploded.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And once I caught my breath, I was like, whoa, what in the world is this?
Yeah.
Like it was an experience I'd never had before,
Mhm.
and something that immediately resonated with me
Mhm.
because it felt like help, like it felt like improvement. It felt like
Yeah.
the right thing to be doing in that moment was laying on that table, and all of that was the biggest confirmation.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what people are getting when
Mhm.
they come in here.
Yeah.
I want to do this. Yeah.
Ooh, a massive relief. And you didn't even have like an injury for real. You were just coming in to
No.
try, right?
No. So
Some
he
people are
analyzed me.
referred, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
you just kind of stumbled upon and then you just liked it.
Yes. That's exactly what it was. No, I didn't have a specific injury, but what I didn't know at the time that I know 21 years later is that I had a lot of dysfunction in my body.
Mm-hmm.
The alignment of my spine wasn't there, wasn't where it needed to be. There was putting a lot of stress on my nervous system. I was
Yeah.
having a few breathing issues before I started getting adjusted by him. And I didn't really, it's one of those things where you just feel like this is how your body's supposed to feel
Yeah.
until you feel different.
Yes.
And that's really what it was. So I didn't like hurt my back or have sciatica or headaches or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But my body was still in a state of dysfunction, which is actually more dangerous because I didn't feel anything. Nothing felt wrong. So you add that up over years and decades of just feeling fine.
Right.
That leads to, the disintegration, the breakdown of your body over time. So it's much more nefarious, right? Like it's like it's one of those things that's just underlying. You're not really sure why your body. You feel like you should be feeling better, as opposed to like having pain. I got this pain.
Yeah.
Let me go get this checked out.
Yes, it's
So,
obvious.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and like the compound pain or like invisible pain, and you don't even know anything's off until you get there.
Yes. Yeah.
And like, how long has it been this way?
Right. Exactly. So I get that question a lot in
Yeah.
my practice. I'm like, how long has my neck been like that? Now that they feel the difference.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. So cool. So I remember my first time going to chiropractor, I was like 7 or 8. I was referred because I had juvenile rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh.
So mine was like a bus.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you can't walk.
Right.
It's over.
Yes.
Like
Totally different experience.
Totally different. And then I got there and I used to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I remember my chiropractor was like this tall ass Jewish guy with like curly hair and like suspenders and like plaid shirts. And I was like, whoa. And he was like, okay. And I was like, what the fuck is And so I was like, have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Wiggle your fingers, make sure you can still move. Yeah.
Because I don't know, I'm a 90s girl. And so.
Oh, that's how they used to kill the vampires, right?
Yeah, that's how she killed everybody.
Yeah.
And I was like, have you seen that show? And it was just hilarious. But I just remember like finally being able to participate in PE. Yeah. Like I could do push-ups again. Yeah. I could like sit and walk and like run and like play soccer. And that's what I grew up doing. So it was hella weird to have all of that taken away from you and need somebody to fix it. But it wasn't like shots. Right? Like they wanted to do all of that. Yes. But like, it's like sometimes you need like body work. Yeah. Like move your spine, get your nervous system like
released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It pinches your spine. Like this is literally like all the important stuff is right up in here. And everybody knows it in yoga. In like meditation, like everybody knows childhood, spine, right? Yeah, like maternity care, all that. Even like the babies need to be adjusted. They're like twisting and turning a lot. Yeah. The mom twists and turns, and you can even do it like if you pick up your groceries wrong, or you put on your backpack weird, or more obvious, you sleep kind of funny, and then your neck is like tilted.
Well, you're just describing life. Right? That's what life is. Life is stressful physically. It really is. Mentally and emotionally, chemically, it's stressful. Life is stressful. And just living, that automatically means that there are things that you need to be doing in order to remove or release that stress.
Yeah.
Right? If you need a therapist for your mental stress. Right? You need the right vitamins and nutrients for your chemical stress.
Yeah.
Right? And for your physical stress, you need the right chiropractor, right? Or sometimes the right physical therapist, or sometimes the right yoga, or sometimes the right massage therapist, or the acupuncturist, or reflexologist, or whatever it is that you may need. But these stresses on your body, in all forms, have to be counteracted. Yeah. And I think that's something that people really dismiss.
Yeah.
Is counteracting the stress that the body is under.
Yeah, like undermining it or acting like it's not that serious or it's not really there. But hey, if you're 35 years old and you've never been to the chiropractor, like you should probably go.
Get ready to get your life changed. That's exactly what it is. If you're 35, you've never been adjusted.
Yeah.
Get ready for your life to change.
I tell all of my friends, like I
Yeah.
was kind of the only one growing up for real. And I'm like, hey, do you know about this? Like, it's quick,
Yeah.
it's fast, you're in and out. Like, they're not going to waste your time.
No.
Yeah.
And the chiropractic it's kind of counterintuitive in healthcare, right? Because it's an entirely different experience than you think of as far as healthcare goes, right? One, we're solution based and not symptom based, which is an entirely different course of care. Our job is to take your headaches, for example, and figure out why you have a headache, and then work on the reason why you have the headache. Right? In medicine, it is you have a headache. Let's do something to get rid of your headache. When your headache is not the problem, right? It's whatever's causing you to have a symptom.
Yeah.
Symptoms are designed as alarms to let you know that something's gone wrong, right? I always say it's the equivalent of your house being on fire and you taking the battery out of the smoke alarm.
Yeah.
That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
When you take an Excedrin for your headache,
yes,
or you're getting shots for your back pain, right?
Mm.
That's all you're doing is taking the battery out of the smoke alarm. Your house still burns down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just numbing it. You're
Exactly.
not like fixing anything.
Exactly.
And a lot of what you said, you're like, hey, you're describing life right now.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. It's really that simple. Because sometimes I get the question like, who should see a chiropractor? Literally everyone.
Everybody.
Which is counterintuitive to medicine, right?
Yes.
Because they say if you have this thing, you go to the doctor. If you have that thing, you go to the doctor. If you have this thing, you should go to the doctor, right? And what we're saying on the wellness side of healthcare is that you need to practice wellness if you are alive. And that's the thing that's really important. Because you don't ask the question, who needs to exercise?
Yeah.
Or you don't ask the question, like, who needs to take a multivitamin? Because we all understand that's everyone. If these things in wellness care are for life.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I'm always trying to communicate to the population that we serve is that this is for life, right? I know you came in here today for your back pain, but chiropractic is really important for your life. Now, it looks different if you have back pain, your course of care and stuff like that looks different than if you don't have anything going on. It's a different course of care. But the one's about maintaining a maintenance of your body and your health. And the other one is about taking care of a specific issue, right? So it can look a little bit differently, but the outcome is supposed to be the same.
Yeah. Yeah. And if kids grow up with this, maybe they'll be more cautious when they're like at the gym, maybe they're going to use better form.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to they will be educated. Yeah. So you've raised your children knowing about this, obviously, because they're all under 21, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody knows. How does
that
that feel? Does that feel good?
Yeah. Yeah. My daughters will come to me and say, I really need to be adjusted. Because they know how their body's supposed to feel. Like we talked about earlier, you don't know if you don't know. But once you know, because one of the things I hear a lot too is, well, they say once you go to the chiropractor, you always have to go. And I confidently tell them, yeah, you do. Once you come, you always have to go. Yeah. One, because now you know what your body's supposed to feel like. And two, because now you understand that this is a part of life, that this is a part of your wellness.
Right. And you should have been all along, it probably would have prevented a lot of things. When we talk about stress, think about how angry people are walking around out here bullying folks, even children. Yeah. And it's hey, maybe they wouldn't be like that if their spine wasn't off and they
got a good night's sleep.
Pressed. Yeah.
If an 11-year-old got a good night's sleep, that 11-year-old would probably be a different child. And people don't understand that it many times is as simple as that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right, especially when we're talking about kids, because kids are so sensitive, right? They're so sensitive and so reactive to their environment. And if a child has neck issues, right, or neck pain or discomfort, they may not be able to articulate it, but now they can't sleep. Yeah. And as an adult, how do you feel if night after night you don't sleep well?
Horrible.
Horrible. Now put that in an 11-year-old's body. Right. Now you get dysfunction in the classroom. Yeah. Right. And you can tell where things start to really degrade, right? You get dysfunction in the classroom, and then the child is labeled a certain way. Yeah. Once that child is labeled a certain way, then certain things begin to happen, right? They go to different classes and take medication and all of this stuff. When you can trace it back to maybe what they've been eating, how they've been sleeping, right? Those kind of things. And it really, in many, many cases, is stuff as simple as that. Yeah.
I just had like a vision of going to juvenile detention centers where I used to work and working specifically and adjusting them.
Yeah.
Like
You'll notice
weekly
the
or
difference.
monthly.
You'll
I'm
notice
like,
the
we would
difference.
probably fix a lot of special ed.
No doubt. There is no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
When it comes to that, but it's people, which is why I like being on podcasts, and I speak a lot in the community and try to communicate not just the message of chiropractic, but the message of how the body's actually supposed to work. Because when you understand how the body's actually supposed to work, then you understand, you can kind of draw that all the way out to the juvenile detention center or classroom or bedwetting or behavior issues. You can draw it all the way out to these things when you really understand how the body's actually supposed to work and what happens when it's in dysfunction. When you're 40 years old, you're just a grumpy person at work.
Yeah.
When you're 11 years old, you're punching other kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? For the same issue, for the exact same issue.
Yeah, you don't feel good.
You don't feel good.
Yeah, you're pissed off.
Yeah. You're very sensitive to stimulation, right?
Right.
And you're negative and all of those things. And people don't understand that if you are just treating your body a different way, then the world literally looks different. The world feels different.
Yeah.
You respond to your environment in a different way when you're treating your body a certain way.
Right. You're more capable and open and like trusting.
Yep.
You have faith.
Yeah.
Shit will work out.
Exactly.
Because your body works it out.
Exactly.
Yep.
Clarity of mind. Right. Think of how different outcomes would be if people had clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brain fog is real.
No, it's serious. It's an epidemic.
Yeah, it's an epidemic.
That's why Starbucks. That's why there's a Starbucks on every corner.
I know.
Because of brain fog.
Oh my God. I know. They have connections with every airport, every college campus. Yeah. I'm like, who came up? Who signed these contracts?
We need them because that's another way to.
Because we're in a deficit, like an energetic deficit. We just can't even.
Sorry. That's right. We wouldn't be able to survive without Starbucks.
Yeah, right.
They're
making a lot of money off of all y'all.
Current culture and society, we can't survive without caffeine. Yeah, this world would probably end if caffeine disappeared right now because we're not taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, right. Like you should be able to, go through your day pretty plain.
You should be able to.
You should be able to in an ideal world.
Right. It's the way the body was designed anyway.
Right.
Yeah, unless you mistreat it.
Okay, tell us about the other things you do in the community. Sure. I want to hear about that.
So related to chiropractic, like I said, we do a lot of speaking. We do a lot of community engagement. There's a lot of things that we're kind of involved in the St. Louis community because, like I said, we're talking about chiropractic. We're talking about health. We donate drives in our office, for food and all kinds of, Christmas stuff and all kinds of stuff. Because for us, we are part of the fabric, right, of this community. So it really is important for us to maintain that in our practice and not be separate from that. So we want for the world we would like to see be reflected in our practice, right? So we try to not only get out, but also create a really good environment in the practice. So we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot there. I'm involved in some other things personally, but as far as health goes, it's my number one initiative, right? Because it is the biggest problem that we have in this country. Yeah, is our health. It's more important than what we got going on politically. Yeah. It's more important than crime. It's more important than many of the other issues that are talked about a lot. Health is the big statistically. I'm not just saying this because I'm a chiropractor. I'm saying statistically, the biggest issue that this country has is our health. Yeah. Heart disease, diabetes. Right.
We got all these hospitals, all this fancy stuff. People fly in from elsewhere to come to our surgery people.
Exactly. Well, that's why hospitals are 6 blocks.
Yeah.
6 city blocks.
They're constantly growing, but you don't have enough pencils.
They can't build far enough. Fast enough, rather. They can't build fast enough.
Yeah, I know.
To service, our current healthcare culture. They're not even fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's retail. Not even retail, but realty.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Like land ownership now.
Yeah. People are commodities, right? And that's the way the system sees it. Right? There's no solutions in healthcare. Right. Because solutions are bad for business. They're really bad for business. Say more. They're really bad for business, right? Because if I'm a medical doctor and I fix you, I no longer have a customer, right? And So that's bad for business. And so the model, whether or not I'm a medical doctor that really loves taking care of people, the model above me is set up so that I cannot see you get better, or the model begins to break down.
Yeah. Or there's no reason to continue the relationship if you don't have pain anymore. When really, like a chiropractor, that's supposed to be the homie for life.
Yeah, we're having a different conversation.
Yeah. So they don't really care about us.
No. It's a business. It's clearly a business.
Clearly.
Right? That's why people go bankrupt when they get cancer. Because this is clearly a business. Clearly. And and we've accepted it.
Yeah, we have accepted it. We let it get so far out of hand that it's the norm now.
Yeah. You shouldn't be financially stressed because you get sick. Right? I think fundamentally that's an issue. And just looking at it from that standpoint, and there being people who disagree with that is wild to me. That's wild. There's anybody that disagrees with that statement. Is wild to me. But there's an entire political system and an entire economic system that disagrees with me.
Yeah, and they all feel bad because they probably don't take him. Like, when was the last time they went to a yoga? When was the last time they had a sound bath? When was the last time you got some acupuncture or touched some grass? Went camping? Like, if y'all, the leaders, were doing that, we would see entirely new initiatives. Like the news, everything, they would be talking about completely different subjects.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
They probably all are.
Oh.
Because it's not as if we're enlightening them right now when we say things like, if people were choosing wellness, then there would be less sick people, right? They do understand that, right? They're not dummies, right? They're really, really, really smart people. So they're probably going to yoga, and they have chiropractors, and they do sound bowls, and they have spouses who exercise every single day, and they make sure that their kids eat right. They do that, right? So it's not as if they don't understand how this all works. That's not it. That's not it. It's not ignorance.
It's not ignorance.
No, it's seeing it as a business.
Yeah.
Right? And it's bad for business for everybody to be doing all of that stuff.
Right.
That's why you rarely see these things in the hospital system.
Yeah.
Because if you implement those things into the hospital system, you literally affect the bottom line. And that's not good for stockholders.
The bottom line.
Right?
Yeah. I saw this image of a hospital like in the 1920s or something, and they had the cancer patients on the roof with like lounge chairs for vitamin D.
Vitamin D is critical.
Yeah.
It's critical if you have cancer.
Right.
Vitamin D is critical. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But now, for example, when my dad passed almost 2 years ago now, and he had cancer, they would not let me take him outside.
Whoa.
So you can see how the paradigm has shifted, right?
And there was like
changed
law
the idea. Yeah, like they were like, no, you
that.
can't do that. And I was like, he needs some sun.
Whoa.
Can I just roll him outside?
Oh my God.
And like they would not let me take him outside. And I kept saying, well, I don't understand, like, why, tell me why this is a problem. And here's the thing, they're down here, so they don't even know why that's the policy. But the people up here who do know and understand the benefits of things like that implement things to keep the business running, right? And so, no, you can't go outside.
Yeah.
No, we don't have healthy options in the hospital.
Right. The food.
Right.
Yeah.
No, we don't have healthy food. Why would we put healthy food in the hospital? That means people are getting the nutrients they need.
Right.
If they're getting the nutrients they need, instead of them being here 10 days, they're only going to be here 2 days. No. We need them here 10 days. So we're going to offer fried chicken. We're going to offer beef sandwiches.
Yeah.
We're going to offer vending machines,
Jello,
juice, right? Jello and white bread, right?
Yes.
We're going to offer those things in our hospital, even though we at home eat gluten free. Now, when I'm at home, I eat gluten free, but I don't want gluten free in my hospital that I run because that's bad for business.
It's like gatekeeping, but more gatekeeping, but like survival. Like there's like a fear that they won't be able, like we as a people will not survive if all is well.
Yeah. And I think, one of the things that in many conversations that I've had is the idea of business and how it's infected the healthcare system has changed. The idea of business, right? It was, small groups of people who did it just for the amount of money they could accumulate. But I think that's across business now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So just doing good business and making good money is bad business these days.
Not
Right?
enough.
It's not enough.
Yeah, you got to scale.
It's got to scale,
Mm-hmm.
right? We got to open more. We got to do more. We got to have more clients. We got to have, or we're not doing good business.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not really successful.
We're not really successful if we're not as successful as we could possibly be with this model. Right. Then we're not successful. And so just the idea of what hospitals used to be was to cover all their expenses. Right. Most hospitals are nonprofit. Right. So the idea was for everybody in the system to just get paid. Right. The person running the hospital all the way down to the nurses to the janitor. If everyone's getting paid, we're running a successful hospital.
Right.
It's not what hospitals are anymore.
Right. Yeah, they got
hospitals
all these add-ons.
Make money, right? They're designed to make money.
Yeah.
Because if we can take care of all of our patients in a really good way, and everyone across the system is getting paid, we've done our job.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works anymore.
Yeah. This is good. This is really good. Okay, well, I want to keep going, but tell me something that you've been like marinating on. What is something that is like really important to you right now? Something that you want the people to know?
Well, the one thing I said is that the biggest threat we have to our society is our health. That's the main thing, right? Like all this noise that's out here and all the distractions that happen, through all the outlets are just that. They're just distractions. The biggest issue we have, without question, is the decline in our health as a whole, and nothing really being done about it. Right? Nothing really truly being done about it. And when someone tries to do something about it, then they're crazy, quack, or things like that, right? Because even quacks can be 50% right. Right, and that 50% can be very valuable. Now they may be saying some other crazy stuff, but don't dismiss everything that they're saying because of this crazy stuff. This over here might be true, which is typically the source of where people get these ideas. Right?
Yeah,
it comes from someplace genuine, and I think that we're closing our ears. The people in control, not even the people in control, but the people with the microphone, right, are closing their ears to this idea that hey, our current system is horrible. There might be another way, right? This might be another way than the way we're doing it, because the way we're doing it is not working.
No.
Right? And so if the way we're doing it is not working, just saying that any idea outside this current system is crazy, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Right. Like this is baby. Like I think of America as like a baby on the whole world stage. I'm like, you think you know everything? Like, what do you mean?
Go to another country. You mean these people have been here for 10,000 years?
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And we're how old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just a fraction of like the whole entire history.
Yeah. We're responsible for over 50% of all the medication taken in the world is taken in the United States.
Ew. And, people, like, a lot of it ends up in the water. They, like, flush it down the toilet or, like, if they have to get away. There's, like, if you check the tap water and you test your tap water, there's, like, medication.
There'll be antibiotics in it.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So filtered water, these little things.
Those little things.
Right? Like eat whole foods, cook.
Yes. Yeah.
Cook with your own hands and your own energy. Work out, go outside.
Yeah.
Get your body checked out.
Simple stuff.
Yeah.
It's really not this whole complicated system of things that you have to do in order to get healthy. All the stuff. I mean, depending on what someone has going on, I could give them just 5 things to do. Now, your 5 things might be different than their 5 things, but just 4 or 5 things that would literally change your life.
Yeah.
And so it's not complicated. It's really simple. And one of the questions I ask all the time is, we do have this access, right? We have the internet. We have social media. And there's a lot of stuff on social media that's really good health information. So it's no longer that we don't have access. That used to be a real issue. It's
like
no longer that we don't have
ignorance.
access.
It's not an ignorance issue.
It's not an ignorance issue anymore. So the question now changes to why don't people do the things?
Yeah, like that's a personal choice.
It's a personal choice, and why are people making that choice? That's the better question to now be asking. Like if your blood sugar is at this level, and you know why your blood sugar is at this level, why you keep doing that stuff?
Right. Don't you
That's the
value
question. That's the question, and that may be the
yeah,
question.
like yourself?
They may not.
Yeah,
Right?
they may
All
not.
kinds
And
of
that
things,
might be like
self-worth and
real honesty for
yeah,
people.
depression and self-worth and all of those things
Yeah.
may be real. That may be the real solution to their blood sugar problem.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you could solve those things, then they don't eat cookies at
Right.
midnight.
They're not tripping.
Right.
Yeah,
So
they're not overindulging and doing the most.
right. Right.
Yeah. So it's helping people get well,
Mhm.
like all the way around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Good.
I'm in the fight. It's a
Good.
fight,
Same
but I'm in the
here.
fight.
Same
Yeah.
here. Okay, so Dr. Edgar, how can we reach you if folks want to keep up with you?
Mhm.
Do you want to share how folks can keep in touch?
Sure. I'm not like the most social media savvy person,
That's all right.
but my practice is Proficient Chiropractic. All right, so that's proficientchiro.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. It's Edgar Everett III across all platforms.
Okay.
I'm super easy to find. And a lot of what we do in our practice and a lot of what I'm moving into personally is really aggressively going at this problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's my plan. As I've progressed, like the practice is growing and doing well. And,
Right.
And all of those things. So I have to grow.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like that next phase for me is kind of aggressively attacking this problem.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we don't have enough warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And we need more. And so after seeing people's health and how it changes and being in practice 21 years, now at this point, I have a bunch of people who've been with me for a long time that are dying, right? Because that's just the nature of
Mm-hmm.
time. And so, but watching people go for bad reasons or too early or because, and I've been talking to them for a decade
Yeah.
and they die 25 years early, like those things kind of, weigh on you.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got to do something. I
Gotta
got to
do
do something. So that's kind of where I'm at now.
Yeah. The greater impact.
Yeah.
Like we're hands-on, we're literally like servicing you and helping you, freeing you.
Mhm.
But there's another reason why you're still not coming.
Mhm.
There's another reason
There
why
you
you
go.
still don't.
Why you're still not getting well. I've been
Yeah.
taking care of you for 15 years.
Yeah, come on.
Right.
It's
And
not
there's other
this.
things.
There's yeah.
And so I have to get into those other things
Mhm.
that complement the incredible practice of chiropractic. People need that, but they also need more. So
They do.
yeah.
Yay. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you, Dr. Edgar. This has been amazing. I'm going to put all of the information in the show notes, so please be sure to check there to keep in touch. And we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you, Edgar.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This was fun.
It was special.
Yeah.
Yeah, important
Yeah.
information.
Thank you.
So yeah, thank you. All right, guys. Bye. If you're looking for the most ethical, powerful, and magical fucking aromatherapy on the planet, so you can be a better bitch and just like totally fucking taken care of, I got the shit for you. I created this skincare line as an extension of my high school senior project. All natural aromatherapy experience, because that's what we did back in the day. On our priestess, bad bitch, queen shits, we used oils, the purest fucking oils that not only penetrated your skin, it anointed you. Waking up first thing in the morning, clearing yourself between meetings, before you pick up your kids, that's the kind of shit I'm on. Almost like if you were saging, but you don't need a lighter. So let me introduce you guys. These make beautiful gifts. A holiday gift, for a Valentine's gift, or a galentine for your clients. A sister circle, somebody's birthday coming up. I also have an affiliate program. So if you want to sign up and you want to be a brand ambassador for Align with Anna, you get paid. To learn more about that, please go to alignwithanna.com/get paid and let's grow together. You can also shop wholesale, Etsy, and Shopify. As a mom, as someone who really values her self-care and her routine, I use all of these daily, and it's gonna come in a sweet little box. I will put some beautiful tissue in there. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Shop today.